What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, family? Tap in. Alrighty, let's see if anybody's tapping in right now, man. We just go see. All right, peace, family. How we doing today, man? Feeling amazing, feeling blessed, having an amazing day, a very progressive day. Somebody said that additional issue with phone number. I'm not sure what that is. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm about to update something. I just sent some updates to everybody who bought the ebook as well. So you would have just got an email for an update on the ebook that I added some extra content onto it. I'm not sure if you gotta email us at our business email, Solid Gold. I'm in LA, so if anybody in LA, you gotta tap in. 1 second, I'm about to do some upgrades on this, and then I'm about to go into a dialogue real quick. These lives haven't been popping like they used to, man. I'm talking about people be coming in here, man, and they, you know what I'm saying? They be wanting the magic words in the first 5 seconds. They be out of here. But, I learned that, man, you got to appreciate the support that you get from the people that fuck with you, like the long way. Excuse my, I noticed that, man, in this work that we do as we shift the paradigm, people fall off in the category of support and appreciation and tapping in and consistency, So that's why I'm extremely appreciative of, the people who are not even that close to me in as far as proximity. Because those are the ones that support the most. Like, you got to really appreciate that. I put out, a while ago, I put out the clip talking about family, friends, and associates. And I'm about to get into the topic of discussion in a second. Y'all send this out to whoever, I'm talking about, needs some good knowledge in their lives. We should have 1,000 people on this damn thing. You know what I mean? I know some of y'all been getting the ebooks. I just had to limit it because y'all been trying to share it with everybody. You know what I'm talking about? I can see how many times people actually download the link. Which is cold piece. It's like, man, I made it at a great affordable price. You know what I mean? Why steal intellectual property, man? You know what I'm talking about? Like, I know everybody can afford everything. Hey, Hasina, if you got the ebook, we just sent you a update as well for the ebook. We sent everybody an update for the ebook that tapped in. All right. So I want to get into this technical versus creative thinking. You know what I mean? And the technical versus creative thinking, I think, is something that can apply in everybody's lives. As they tap in, to different ways of applying and accessing their results in life. Because I don't believe in excuses. I don't believe in locked doors. And I don't believe in shut off opportunities. I don't believe in the begging. Everybody can afford everything because you have a mind, right? So in that capacity, what can't you afford if you have the most valuable thing on the planet Earth? The problem is not everybody wants to afford everything. And actually, it's not even a problem per se, because you don't not have to afford anything. The thing is that when you have an infinite mind with limitless capacity, you have the ability to go out and extract anything that you want within this reality. There are no limitations but the one that we set for ourselves. The only limitation that human being has is a limitation of his own imagination, to not utilize his imagination to break past barriers that is set for itself. So I always talk about this creative capacity, and I just added this into the book, actually, as I just updated it. And it talks about technical thinking versus creative thinking. And if we look at our phones, right? Our phones, technically, everything is created for a technical sense, right? But the creative person finds different ways to extract different uses out of it so that it becomes an even bigger resource to them. Social media or Instagram was created as a photo sharing platform, a photo sharing app. Technically, that's what it was used for. Technical is talking about, using something as is. And so, but what ended up happening is individuals seeked and sought opportunity within this. And not everybody sees the opportunity. But those who interact with design in different abstract manners have the ability to extract all that they can out of it using their creative capacity. Now, I had a master class on this. And we talked about this because I think this is extremely important. You got to think about the artists that get on here and they utilize Instagram and they do things in a most technical manner, because school teaches you to adhere to authority and do things that you're technically told, right? And so as we do that and we become indoctrinated with these systems, we get these grades of A, B, C, D, E, F, or whatever it may be. People grade themselves by these letters, right? These letters tell people whether they have value or intelligence or not. Though these letters never can measure the God within, nor your actually God potential. These letters are false sense of measurements and false sense of measuring one's potential. That is why some of the students that, if you look at today, some of the students who got D's and F's or dropped out of school and didn't finish school, they are wildly successful today. Why? Because those children didn't care to be graded by the indoctrination system and to prove that they can sit there and be programmed for long enough and to do things as they're technically told. They thought about extracting different ways. In design thinking, it's about observing, right? Taking insights and making different decisions. And everything has a design, right? Instagram has a design. It has, you see the little live thing right there above the person, so it sets your eyes still within this space. You got the little click right here at the end. It tells you that you can click over. You got, if you want to interact with it, you have to press a button a certain way, a way that you can turn around. It has the way where you can pin your topic here at the bottom. This is the design. So you have to interface with the design a certain way. You have to pin stuff at the bottom. You have to click this button at the top. You have to utilize these other parts of this app in order for you to send it out to people, to if I wanted to pull up a picture, to talk about my book. Like this would be an abstract way of marketing, right? The technical sense is post a picture of your book and allow people to see it and allow them to make a decision where they want to interact with the book and go buy or not. Another technical way of just asking people to buy something. The abstract way will be more so giving them value. Now, I'm going to explain this in a format, and this is something that's in a book talking about Leonardo da Vinci and Basquiat. If Leonardo da Vinci and Basquiat were to paint the same picture, it would not come out the same way. Basquiat was Basquiat was a technical artist, right? Basquiat was a technical artist. A technical artist is one who does things as they are. So, Leonardo. So if Leonardo was to paint this, he would paint it exactly as it is. Or let's use the gold water. He would paint it exactly as it is to the detail, right? And if it was Basquiat, he wouldn't paint it directly to the detail. It would carry the same sense and emotion and feeling that one can sense from what he is conveying, but he would do it with a different measurement of emotion. Now let me take this away. He would do it with a different measurement of emotion, because to do things technical requires no emotion. It requires no feeling, right? It's just doing things as they are. It requires, the number one thing is no creativity, right? So interacting with things and using technique in a technical sense requires no change at all, right? So the creative capacity is saying that I'm going to draw this, but I'm going to do it my way. And then I'm still going to convey the same feeling of what that picture means or represents. That's art, right? So when we see an abstract painting, it communicates a feeling to us. That's art, right? That's abstracting different ways. So I seen an artist on Instagram. The artist, and I'm sure some of you all may have seen it, the artist was painting upside down. He also had boxing gloves on one time, and he was jabbing the picture. Boom, 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 boom. And he had paint on his boxing gloves. So I'm watching this, and I'm like, wow, that's dope. And when he turned it around, it was a picture of Mayweather, right? So this is an artist who technically his paintings, the results of his paintings are just as good as any other artist. But his abstract manner of marketing and his abstract manner and his creative capacity towards design thinking allowed him to interact with things in a different way. So when the world seen it, they said, oh, this artist is dope. He's talented. If that artist would have just showed them his results, like this is what I did, it is what it is technically, then people wouldn't have been as impressed. But he was able to make himself a world-renowned artist because he extracted a different way of doing things, his creative capacity, right? So I see a lot of artists that get on here and a lot of business that get on here and they say, okay, what's the way you do business? In school, they teach you a technical way. This is the way you do business. This is the technique. Use the technique. It works, right? So these people use the technique and it doesn't work for them. They don't know what to do. They ass out because they get this education. And in today's time, education can be outdated because things are fast-paced moving all the time. Science, technology, society, politics, human beings, structures, constructs, all these different things are moving. So let's go back to the school child. There's a school child who was in school and he was the loud one in school. Or he wanted to do things differently. Or he wanted to solve the problem of math outside the way that he was being taught and the technique that he was given. Because he said, you know what, this is the way my mind come up with the answer. I know you want me to solve it a particular way, but I can't do it your way. I have to do it my way. I have to abstract a different way. Guess what? I'm still going to get good results. It's the same student that was rebellious against the teacher when he heard history and multiple different things. Now that teacher said this child doesn't have those society skills that's going to be necessary in order for them to be successful in this world, right? And a lot of those children actually believed that. They grew up thinking that they were no good, that they didn't have those skills to be successful. Then there's this thing called social media. It comes about. Social media is abstract. It's different. These children interact with things the same way they were interacting with it the way they were in school, right? When they was getting the bad grades. That same child that was the student that was trying to make everybody laugh, right? Instead of sitting there and doing their work, right? The same student that was taught that they were outspoken and that they were rebellious to the teacher. That same student is now influencing the teacher's children, right? That same student that was getting the F's and that was a class clown, that same student has hired the person with the technical skills. Why? Because now they became a world famous comedian or entertainer. See, the point that I'm getting to is this. When you get stuck in this technical thinking, you don't learn how to extract different ways for adaptation and learning. So when you see Google, they have to hire, now they have to hire individuals who don't have schooling. They hire individuals who weren't educated because these people don't have the technical thinking, right? So they don't have this programmed box. They can interact with the design in a different manner and they can adapt different ways on how these things should be utilized because they have creative capacity. So the indoctrination system of school kills a lot of people's creative capacity. As a child, we are always questioning things. The child mind is curious. It wants to know why things are this way. It questions the teacher, which means that you're questioning authority. You're questioning your parents. You're questioning the design of the world. Why are things like this way? How come it can't do this? In a design thinking, you see things for as they are and what they can be, right? So you're saying, what if we change this, that, and the third? So guess what? They gave those same children a phone. Oh, they gave those same children a platform. And instead of doing things a technical way, like everybody tells them to do their whole life, They said, let me go ahead and interact with this in an abstract manner. Let me utilize my creative capacity. So a lot of people, when they got, whether it was Tumblr, whether it was Facebook, Instagram, any of these different things, they said, you know what? I'm about to go ahead and make myself famous. I'm about to use this as my media center. This is my new agent. This is my new communication platform. This is my way of speaking to the world. But technically, this is just a photo sharing app. And a lot of people are going to use it in the technical sense, the photo sharing app sense, right? So here's the most interesting thing about it. You have to be a polymathic thinker. You have to be a universal thinker. You have to figure out different ways to extract what you want to and be creative. So black people have this problem of saying that we deal with oppression. We don't spend our money in our community long enough. Saying that, you know, we have all of these issues, but what happens if we use our creative capacity? What happens if we stop using these phones and we stop using these things to complain and we stop moving in this technical sense that we've been indoctrinated and traditionalized to, let's go to school to get some money. Let's retire and die, and that's the way of becoming successful. Let's follow our parents that is indoctrinating us in this assimilation and to assimilate in these different ways. What if we use our creative capacity, and that creative capacity of you wanting to go in a more spiritual sense of doing things, a more creative sense and finding your success? What if that's nurtured? What if those same parents are teaching those child, yes, the parents, yes, I know why the teacher said you were rebellious, but actually that was just you questioning authority because you don't believe in things that you're technically taught because you have such a great creative capacity. Yes, I know why you couldn't sit in that class. You don't have ADHD. It's just that your energy, your godlike ability cannot be confined to this indoctrination system. So let me help nurture that which you are instead of trying to confine that to make you do the technical thing, right? So they teach you to go develop skills, become a farmer. Become and they teach you to develop just one skill, just one technique in life, right? Be good at that one thing, even though school tells you, oh, I got 9 different periods where I got to learn 9 different things all at once within a day. So you saying that I have to be a universal thinker, which is polymathic thinking, which is the purpose that school and universities were created in the first place, right? To create universal thinkers. But these schools are not turning out geniuses, and they're not turning out young guys, and they're not turning out universal thinkers. By the time we exit high school, right, from middle school and elementary school and preschool and kindergarten, we should be geniuses because we've went through all this programming, we've went through all this knowledge, yet what the production of it is saying that I only went through all of this so you can prepare me to go through another system. The system only prepares you to go through the system. That's all it does. The system prepares you to go through the system. But what happened when things are changing? Right? And you prepared me for this system, but technology has advanced and society has switched. Now this technical knowledge that I have is useless. So now these companies got to hire outside the bounds of the constructs, outside the programming, because they need these creative thinkers. So look at my bro Idris Sandu. He didn't go to school, but they tried to hire him from MIT. But guess what? He created the platform for he created the Uber. He worked on Uber. He worked on Google. He worked on all of these big companies. But technically, he didn't get an education from them. But technically, that's what makes him so great. Because he went and became self-taught, self-educated, which means that you're connecting different things. The way that you go about abstracting solutions and seeing problems is different than the way that we talk. They tell the poor person, you're poor, go get an education and get a job, work for someone else. They don't say, wait a minute, you need to learn from self-educate yourself, create a job, create your own opportunities. That's masterful thinking. That's masterful thinking. That's using creative capacity instead of technical thinking. Man, make sure y'all go get that ebook. This is the exposure that's in the ebook. This is the observation that's in the ebook. I just added this chapter to the ebook. So all of you that have it, y'all can go tap in, man. You know, these thought patterns. My goal, if you look at the way water is formed, right? Water can be in 4 different stages, but we're going to talk about 3. 3 different stages to water: solid, liquid, gas, right? The protons in the water, right? Because water has a proton structure, an atomic structure. The protons in the water do not change. It's just the pattern that the proton is in changes the water to different states. So I think about that. For one, we 70 to 99% water. So I studied water because I believe studying water was a study of self. So I wanted to be self-aware, because the way water is affected is the way we are affected if we 70 to 99% water. But I look at water and I say this water analogy reminds me of higher consciousness, right? Because if I can change your pattern of thinking from a lower state and I can give you higher pattern of thinking, then you can perform in a higher consciousness, in a higher state of consciousness. You're the same thing, right? Your thoughts, I'm not giving you new electricity in your brain. You have the same mind. When you receive information, right, and you receive knowledge, you receive sound, which is vibratory frequency that you translate within your brain and interpret based on your programming of language. This has meaning to you. But I didn't go in your brain and change things and be like, you know what, I'm going to drop some knowledge in here. I didn't have to do anything physically. So that means that you already had all the internal parts necessary, right? And all you had to do is change some of those parts. But a lot of our programming and our pattern of thinking is in such a low state that we have no higher consciousness. And we can only exist in one state. So we have to think like that. But sometimes we need to be solid, like ice, right? Sometimes we got to flow like water. Sometimes we got to rise like steam, right? We have these different ways. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. But you can't be that in this one technical state. You have to change your pattern. And that's the goal of any knowledge you get, to change your pattern of thinking, to increase your decision-making brain power, to shift your paradigm. That's what we're here for, right? I don't care who you are on this planet Earth. Everybody has another level. What's your another level? What is the point that you listen and you engage in conversation? What are you observing for? Is it to make that one tweak in your design, right? So it becomes a better one. So we have to continue to grow. Look, man, you know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling amazing. If you like what I'm talking about today, you know what I mean? Go get that ebook. You know what I'm talking about? Go get that ebook. You know what I'm saying? Go send it to a friend. Buy 1,000 of them if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Don't play no games with this. You know, I'm going to dedicate my life to continuously increasing other people's pattern of thinking and enlightening the world. And like I said, this is like, this book is, you know, this is just the beginning. This is the mixtape to the album. When I give y'all this 19 Keys book, that's for my legacy. Like, this one is for y'all. The 19 Keys book is for me. I'm going to be honest with you. That's for me. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. Don't give me no long story. Yes or no. Oh, yeah. If you buy Goldwater as well, you get an ebook with it. And if you go buy one of the keys, you get an ebook with it. So, you know, we here for the people. We tapped in. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, if you're signed up for the trading platform, and a lot of you all have, send me an email. I'll make sure you get the ebook as well. You know what I'm talking about? The goal is to give it to everybody. Y'all know me. This is going to be my most cost effective investment for you. You know what I mean? Because the rest of all my work that I drop, it's gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be an investment for you. It's gonna definitely cost more. High value knowledge should cost more. The design is gonna be different. Everything is gonna be different though. But as we grow, this is my first self-published ebook. So I'm proud of it. I'm proud of anything that I do. Like I've dropped the trading platform to teach, you know, disenfranchised black people, brown people, the skills necessary to get them into investing. And that's something I work with my good brother, Chris Cole. He's a self-made millionaire investor, crypto specialist. You know what I mean? Futures trading, binary options, teaching it, giving the formula, giving you the platform, and allowing you to see yourself make some money. Somebody said they don't see it in the hold on, no. It's in the let me see. It should be in the link tree. You know I keep a link in the bio. What you mean? It's in the link tree. It's right there at the top. Buy ebook Paradigm Keys. Investment trading platform, buy, schedule platform, like everything is in. Y'all know I got my own. So we got our own trading platform with Chris Cole. Got our own Black on Demand, which is content full of all of my lectures and speeches. Not only mine, Brother Ben, and all of the shifters and all the events that we did. Also some never before seen podcasts that I have up there. Season 1, 2, 3, 4, however many. We got the gold, the consultations, the podcast, the bookings, the crowns, the gold water. Like it's been a year. It's been a year. We got the EMF crowns that protect you from, frequencies that can mess with your vibratory state. You know, it's been a very creative capacity year, and I've been unlocking my creative capacity, and my goal is to help others unlock their creative capacity, because technically, young Black Muslim men who speak in a manner that's counter society, right? Speak truth to power. Technically, you're not supposed to have success. Technically, you're not supposed to be booked. Technically, you're not supposed to have a platform. Technically, you're not supposed to be heard. Technically, you're supposed to be dead or in jail. You know what I mean? Technically, all of these different things, but as a God, remember, they can't grade me. You know what I'm talking about? They can't grade you. You have the ability to create your own rules, to create your own reality. And I want you all to interact with these opportunities that exist so that we can win. That's the goal within life. It's for us to be able to win, to extract our will. The way you go about content, the way you go about marketing and branding and business has to be different. The way you go about getting support, like the family and friends method of support has to stop. That's the technical way. Technically, that's where your brain goes to. You know what I mean? I need family and friends to support because those are the people you love, so you want them to love what you do, but you don't know that they don't know your process. They don't even know how important what you do is to you. I had a great conversation with my sister, who's also one of my employees, and she was saying that, I'm not going to lie, you kept trying to get the family to work with you. You kept sending, different things for us to do, but it wasn't until she started actually working for me that she could see all of the stuff that I do, that she could see what goes into the process and all of the things that I have to offer and what I have to create. So this creates a different level of appreciation and value, right? I'm at this point, look, I got my tap into young rich Black God. I'm at this point though where, I don't even look for family and friends to support me. That is the road to disappointment. Like, that's the technical route. I need to abstract my value from you all that really tap in, that really to support. I'm not looking for mom, dad, brother, sister, friends, whatever it is. Yeah, I got stickers for the car, man. You know what I'm talking about? You see that 19 key sticker? I mean, he may be right or he may be very wrong, but I would say go with your own mind. Just because a person a millionaire doesn't mean that they're a genius, doesn't mean that they're a good advisor. It could mean that they're good at what they do. But when it comes to what you do, they can be absolutely wrong, right? So that's why millionaires and billionaires are in a constant state of getting advice from others, hoping that they're not wrong, right? Hoping that they're not wrong, because they don't want to lose it all. But just because somebody has money doesn't mean shit. Like a lot of people always say, tell the people, show you your bank account. That's because that's what they value about themselves. And that's their measurement. That's their measuring stick. But guess what? Everybody who didn't have it, right? Everybody who has it at one point didn't have it. And imagine if a person would have asked that same person advice early on. Their advice would have been great, right? Because they were going to get the results. But imagine if people told them the same thing that they tell other people once you get on. Like, it's like, what if I just start flashing money at y'all and be like, you know what, if an influencer ain't got money, don't listen to him. If a thought leader ain't got money, don't listen. That's sucker shit. So we don't take that route, and we don't listen to people that talk like that. You know what I mean? Money is not a validator of potential. It's not a validator of genius. It's not a validator of anything besides the fact that you have some money, you have some capital. You know what I'm talking about? That's all it is. So we have to remember that our ideas are great because they are our ideas, not because someone else validated them. Oftentimes we ask people stuff, right? Or we see somebody else commit to the ideas that we once had, and they produce it and they execute it well, and we be like, man, I remember I had that idea. The difference between them and you is they executed because they believed in themselves. They said that, damn, I got this idea. It got to be a genius idea because it comes from me. The difference is you said, I got this idea. I don't know about it. Why? Because you lack the particular confidence. Superior confidence allows you to execute based on knowing self, being very self-aware about the truth of who you are. So if I have an idea, I say, oh, shit, I came up with it. I think about the ideas that I executed. And I say, you know what? Definitely a good idea. Let's make sure that we do. I'm not asking, people questions because I think it's a bad idea. I just want to know how the world is going to interact with my genius. Even if the world doesn't like something, doesn't mean it's not a good idea. Sometimes things are misplaced in time, not at the right time. Wasn't meant to be. I had the idea to go Goldwater 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I didn't have the platform I have now, but I would have still did it, right? Because I had so much enthusiasm and excitement for it. Because when I tried the gold, I was like, oh yeah, everybody gonna love this. All I gotta get them to do is try it. I thought about knocking on every single damn door that I could to go into these businesses and ask them if I can put it in there. That's more my thought process went, right? So I would have done it back then, and most likely it would have had its success. And perhaps I would have, started the platform off like that. But I'm glad I started it off the way that I did. Because I didn't, here's the difference, is that I wasn't made on social media. I made social media work for me. But I was always working before it. I had a storefront already doing business before it. Right? I was already infiltrating the company, taking their knowledge to build a luxury company. Right? The people that came and supported the store, they didn't know who I was. They just observed my design. They observed my ideas. And they said, I love it. That's genius. And they fuck with it. Right? So I said that, imagine if I magnify this. Imagine if I have a conversation with someone and they don't know who I am, but I can change their life in the midst of a conversation. I said, the world needs to hear this conversation because these are uncommon responses. Uncommon conversations are the original ones. Is the ones that you allow people to interact with a new design of thinking that they haven't heard yet. And when you allow them to interact with that new design, it changes. So I know that the world hasn't interacted with me, myself, my consciousness. So I said, boom. Somebody hired me because they seen the way I was doing business. The students told the teacher that they wanted me in their college. So I came to speak at the college. I told my filmmaker, I said, I need you. I'm going to take a percentage of what they paying me, which is not a lot, but it was enough. And I'm going to pay you about half of that. And I need you to film this. Right? Now, this is me betting on myself. Right? This is my first time ever getting paid for a speech, and I'm willing to take half of it to create content. I didn't have any followers at the time. I didn't have any, but I had confidence. I knew it 100%. I said, I know once the world hears me, the world gonna want to hear more. Because this is something that people need. They need to unlock their minds. Right? Family and friends and everybody else in my life had already been a testament to interacting with my design and being like, I love that. I love who you are. That's great advice. The way you think is different. Your creative capacity is amazing. So I said, boom. I took it. I took that footage. I dropped the first video. But I didn't do it regular. Creative capacity says don't do it regular. All these so-called conscious guys, motivational speakers and things of that nature. Yeah, technically you should, my videographer or filmmaker, he sent me an edit, right? It was a nice edit, but it was commercial. It was cookie cutter. It was too mainstream. You know what I mean? I said, no, send me the raw footage. Send me the raw footage. Right? I'm going to do this in an abstract way. Right? I'm just going to put a title up there like this is a movie. I dropped it. Boom. Got more hits than I ever got. I said, boom. All right, now let me take this, what I like to call, the frequency method. Right? You ain't got to reinvent the wheel. You just got to keep it rolling. So once you hot, you got to keep it hot. It's easier, right, to keep a fire lit than it is to light a fire. Because all you got to do is keep throwing things in there. So I said, boom, all right, now let me throw another one. But wait a minute. Let me not just throw it out there. I've done my marketing. I've done my research. Let's do sonic marketing. Let's throw in the booms, right? So it gets deeper into people's mind when they hear. Let them know when they should be listening. Because oftentimes we take in information, we're not really listening. So I put the boom, people shaking. Why? I wanted to create a brand, not a piece of content. It was for a brand. All this was long term. So I put more videos out there. Each one, they hitting viral. I got celebrities, stars, influencers, and all kind of different people tapping in. They said, I don't know who this guy in this Black Panther jacket with this goddamn crown on, but this is fire. The conscious community said, who the hell is this that came out of nowhere? Who is this? He like the Jay-Z of consciousness, man. He dropping bars. People interacted with the design. You know what I mean? We from there, once I see a value, I'm running with it. And that's what we did. And fast forward today, you know what I'm talking about? We still on the same mission. We still building. We not asking per mission. We on the mission. You know what I'm talking about? So it was what it was. You know what I mean? And now, here we are. I dropped my first ebook. I have another book coming out later this year. And we're just going to continue to grow, baby. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to continue to do things as we're supposed to. I'm going to continue to teach y'all to be gods. Continue to teach y'all to tap into these higher symbols. You know what I mean? Continue to teach you to connect yourselves to the cosmos, but ground yourselves on Earth so that you can apply the knowledge you learn from the stars. You know what I'm talking about? Continue to teach you how to be a high conscious individual, but also we gonna work on this branding, this marketing, you know what I'm talking about, this business. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be who you are regardless of who's around, right? Continue to validate yourself and let your results be your legitimacy. Continue to interact with opportunity instead of react to success. Continue to reprogram yourself to a higher program. Continue to know who you are and fight for self-knowledge, right? Continue to speak truth to power and shift the paradigm, right? Continue to be uncommon in the world of commonality. Continue to take the hard path when everybody wants the mediocre path. You know what I mean? The path that's often traveled instead of the one that's less traveled. You know what I mean? Continue to extract all that of who you are to be who the hell you want to be, right? Continue to persevere through the adversity of individuals not supporting, so you extract different ways to gain that support, right? Continue to build. Start from the bottom and make it all the way up. Continue to set your ego aside for the we go so we can work together and we can collaborate and we can brag about what we do instead of what I do. You know what I'm talking about? That's where we at. Oh, so let me know, y'all, before I get out of here, man. How many of y'all tapping in and getting the ebook tonight? How many of y'all already got the ebook? We had an amazing day. You getting that ebook, drop a key in them comments. We having an amazing day. I gotta go to this art show. I was supposed to speak at this art show, but these people, man, I was gonna speak at this show for free for these people, but they didn't know how to reciprocate the value, so I had to step out of that situation. It just wasn't working. Yeah, I'm in LA. Tap in. Okay. We got some ebooks. Al getting it. Hasina. You know what I'm talking about? It's only $19.19. That's, you know what I mean? Go ahead and get one for your whole family. You know what I mean? Therefore, you can send a download out and everybody can get it. Somebody said, I'm going to get 5 tomorrow. Even if that's not what you meant, that's how I read it. Artesia said she about to go get her one. Shay getting her one. Lovely. You know what I'm talking about? Need you to come to East Coast with Idris and talk that talk. You know what I'm talking about? I definitely, so we locked in a venue for, I'm waiting on the word to see if we locked in a venue for August the 16th. It's a Friday. Can you get a Spanish version? If you buy the English version and you translate it into Spanish, yes. I got my crown on now. Savvy, the Savior, tapped all the way in. Peace my post. I'm willing to help translate. All right, all you gotta do is you look. Yeah, so just go get the book translated for me, man. I give you a couple dollars. You translate that into Spanish. I'll pay you to do it. That's all you gotta do. Just go buy it and I'll pay you. I'll pay you to translate it. You know what I'm talking about? You translate it for my peoples. You translate it into Chinese, Mandarin. I can speak some Mandarin. I can't write it. You know what I mean? French, whatever it may be. We international. I'm trying to get it in all languages. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta understand that these tools, these are not just in America tools. Oftentimes, no black guy protocol right now. I do have some new stuff though. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all gonna be the first people that get to see this. But this is something you can only, at the moment, you can only buy from me if you catch me in person. And I got different colors, but I'm gonna just show y'all the classic one for right now. So we got these back in stock. You know what I'm talking about? Now I'm gonna show y'all one other color that I just got in as well. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure y'all see that. But those are the crown snaps, man. But yeah, the one that I got on my head, man, this is a rare one. I'm only making like 19 of these. I was just in Atlanta like twice last month. You know what I mean? Like, I just did an event in Atlanta. I did a mansion consultation in Atlanta. You know what I mean? Then I came out there and I did other consultations throughout the city. I've been visiting Atlanta actually a lot. Y'all gotta pay attention. You gotta turn them notifications on, man. So when I drop them flyers, you already know what it is. But let me see. You ever come to Jersey? I haven't been to Jersey in a while, and I need to. I definitely need to. Namaste. What up with you? But yeah, man, if anybody got any questions before I get out here, let me know. Otherwise, I got activities to commence. Man, all the crowns anybody ordered, they going out next week. I believe they ship out Tuesday and Wednesday. So everybody will have all of their EMF crowns. You know what I mean? Like the ones that come in these cases, these special cases. You feel me? I'm excited for that. It's been a long time coming. But we getting everything automated, getting all of the systems together. Like in business management, man, you got to learn how to manage yourself so you can manage a team. You know, my quote is that, you know, you want to get something done, do it yourself. You want to do more, get you a team. So I finally been able to build a family business. And it doesn't just benefit me, it benefits my family. And I gave them equity within a company so that, you know, they can make money off the work that they do as well. So, you know, that's beautiful for me. I'm happy about that. So, yeah, man, it's an amazing thing. You know what I'm talking about? And to all y'all sharing them downloads, I changed it so y'all can't share no more. Because instead of support, y'all rather send it out for free. Cold piece, but I get it though, man. I get it though. Y'all support people. Y'all just don't support people. But you know me, support the action work. But I want to thank all y'all. Let me go down a list of some of these people I want to thank, matter of fact, man. Yeah, I know. I just had to change it, man. It's like, damn, it was only $19. I had to change it to where you can only download one. I didn't realize. But it shows me how many times it downloaded versus the sales. So I can tell how many times people have been sharing it. But let me go ahead and shout some of y'all out that's been buying them though. Because it's always about the appreciation. It's about the appreciation, man. Y'all amazing. All right, man. Plamidi Masinjine. Wow, I don't know what that name is, but that's interesting. I hate that I'm probably mispronounced that. Goldie Smith, thank you. Tariq Muhammad, thank you. Rufus Williams, Bianca Woodson, Emmanuel Brown, Bernard Bryan, Tanisha Johnson, Jazz, just bought it, but I came down like Jazz. What kind of phone you got? Because it shouldn't be no issue. Nobody had a problem so far. Regine Revels, Angelique Robinson, David Wills, Nasir, Salahuddin, Wayne Steele, Ada Gonzalez, Autumn Holder, Carlissa Dixon, Tariq Washington, Ashley Huntley, Prasheen Walker, Emil Muhammad, Waisha Bryan, Earl Johnson, Will Wanton, Sean Thomas, Kevin Domingo, Brandon Clark, Jeffrey Russell, Kimberly Tucker, Liz Portillo, Tim Carmen, Erica Rochester Henry, Lakeem Perry, Harkness, Terrell Poe, Dominique Hand. I fucks with you, Dominique. Always important. Adam Melville, Angela Thompson. Appreciate you. Angela, Nikki White, Jalinda Muhammad, James Moyes, Moreland Valenta. Derek got his 10 copies. Alicia Richards, Marlena Woods, Denise Muhammad, Destiny Green, Deontay Henderson, and more. Man, I just want to thank y'all. And myself, I bought my first copy. You know what I'm saying? You got to support yourself first. I bought the first copy. You know what I mean? Spent that money. You know, it came back, but it's the thought that counts. So, man, I'm young. Thank you, Vibe Reality. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. As always, man, make sure you become a key, unlock someone else, so we have a world of keys instead of this rusty locked minds. Let's shift the paradigm. Tap in.